Hey everyone, Laura Kasowitz from Hartford Stitch here with another Hartford Stitch at home, where I bring you some little tips and tricks to improve your home sewing game. Today we're going to be talking about thread. Specifically, did you know that this kind of thread is supposed to go on your machine differently than this kind of thread is supposed to? I didn't until a few years ago, and it actually has made a difference. Now, this is what we call in the studio a best practice. If you don't do this exactly the way I'm about to tell you, your machine is not going to explode, your sewing project is not going to fail. It's just one of those things that if you can make the change, you may see a difference. Your stitches may look nicer, you may have a little bit less frustration when it comes to threading. You really don't need anything to follow along with this, but if you want to have two different spools of thread in your machine, and of course the user manual, you may be able to find the difference for yourself. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe. I'd love to keep bringing you more tips and tricks. All right, let's do it. So we're going to talk about the two different kinds of spools of thread. This kind is what we call a cross wound. You can see that the way the thread is wound on the spool makes X's. This one is called a parallel wound. You'll see that all the thread is stacked up on top of each other. Now, in an ideal world, a parallel wound spool of thread goes on a vertical spool pin. And on this machine, the thread comes out around the back from the right-hand side to the front. Now that's not the same for every machine, so you may want to check your manual to see if what yours is supposed to be. So you just have it like this, and then you're ready to start threading and to sew. Now, a cross-wound thread is meant to go on a horizontal spool pin like this. And whenever you're using a horizontal spool pin, you want to make sure that you use the appropriate size spool cap so the thread doesn't come flying off when you start sewing. So since this spool, and I'm actually looking at the plastic spool here, not the size of the thread on the spool, since the spool is small, I'm going to use a small spool cap. If I were going to use this bigger one, where even though the whole thing is smaller, the plastic spool is bigger, then I would use a larger spool cap like this one. Now you're probably saying, but you just told me this is supposed to go vertical, so why would you have this horizontal? And the truth is that not every machine has both horizontal and vertical spool pins. Some only have horizontal and some only have vertical. So again, that's why this is a best practice thing. And if you have a Singer Heavy Duty and many other machines, you may only see the horizontal spool pin because the vertical spool pin is detachable and is in your little tool tray, either kind of right under the bobbin area of your machine. And so you just have to take that guy out and put it in. So again, these are just little tips and tricks to make your home sewing that much better. If you're looking for more and you're just getting started, make sure you subscribe to get updates on all of our new tips and tricks videos. Also, go to hartfordstitch.com/register to see our current selection of Zoom 101 classes or In Studio 101 and Bootcamp classes. Thanks so much and happy stitching!